Hello and welcome back to the Respect and Time edition of Smackdown Out of 10. And we're bash in Berlin just over 2 weeks away on August 31st. We can expect a lot of WWE's time to be spent on hyping the German pay-per-view. And there's lots of happening on this week's episode of Smackdown, including the return of Roman Reigns. And Smackdown opened with a recap of Roman Reigns' return. When we went live in the arena, Tiffy was in the ring with Pretty Deadly to welcome Nia Jax for a new championship celebration. The new Women's Champion and Queen of the Ring was brought out on a giant throw with a big crown on her head. She immediately exploded dress pressure at the amount of pink in the ring. Jax ended up saying all the women in WWE need to bow to her, including Tiffany, Miss Money in the Bank, deflecting had Pretty Deadly sing her a song. Mia again broke up the festivities with a kendo stick and broke everyone in the ring. This probably sounds boring on paper, but it was a pretty entertaining segment. Pretty Deadly commits their roles 100%, and of course, the intriguing storyline as well with the Miss Money in the Bank involved as well. So yeah, I thought this was pretty decent. But yeah, Andrade and Carmelo Hayes have been engaged in a bit of feud ever since Money in the Bank. Elilo was tuned up heading into this week's match. Murray took a more careful approach and played some mind games instead of going right at his more experienced rival. Every time these two step into the ring, magic happens. This time there's no difference. It was probably the best encounter they've had yet. Andrade is a lauded veteran whose technical ability is on par with the best, and Mel is one of the brightest young stars in WWE. Pairing them together was a brilliant move after they stole the show at Money in the Bank. The crowd responded with chants of "This is awesome." Shortly before, Hayes managed to pin Elilo with a counter. They ended up getting into a fight, and Hayes broke about his win a little too much for Andrade's liking. So yeah, this worked really well for me. 7 out of 10. I think if they turn this into a series, which seems like they're doing, it's a good way to showcase both men with no major title pitches involved. WWE should do this more often. Good stuff. 7 out of 10. Davenport has been causing a lot of trouble in recent weeks in the women's division by helping the women's tag team champions. So Naomi was looking to teach the newcomer a lesson in this match. They were throwing punches as soon as the bell rang. Davenport took Naomi down, but the former women's champion rebounded quickly and sent her out of the ring. It was a physical match. Some of their exchanges would have been better, but the force and energy behind their moves kind of created a lack of chemistry. Davenport cancelled split-legged moonsault and drilled Naomi with a knee to the face and a pin to get the W. I thought, pretty solid match. Good win for Davenport. Just kind of question the long term, where this is all going to go in the long term. So yeah, on the whole, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Before we got Owens and Waller having a segment backstage to set up a match with Theory. Owens took control almost immediately and ran Waller down with a clothesline at ringside. He ran the Aussie's head into the announce table a few times for good measure. Owens was able to get the win with a pop-up powerbomb and ended up a semi-short but energetic bout. Once it was over, he brought Waller out of the ring and tried to powerbomb him on the apron. Theory saved his partner and grabbed some chairs. Cody made the save and took the former chain chance out. Yeah, not much of a storyline to this. I think we all know where it's going. But, I think they're quite a fun. They work quite well together. They mesh quite well together. So I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Before we got the Street Profits versus DIY. LA Knight came out to big pop before that, though, to talk about winning the US title. Before the match started, both teams received a warm welcome from the crowd, but the reaction of the Profits was slightly louder. Falling Gargano slightly began the match with a series of counters, but it was definitely a step above what we usually see. Anyone who's familiar with these two teams would have expected fast-paced action, unique offense, and creative double-team spots, and that's exactly what they delivered. This was a great example of how good tag team wrestling can be if the right teams are given enough time to perform. Several false finishes convinced the crowd that it was over, which once made getting near for a bigger reaction. In the end, Ford picked out the win. Street Profits are number 1 contenders. I think it was probably the right result as well, and a fun match on the whole. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to complain. 7 out of 10 from me. And before Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga made their way to the ring for the final segment of the night, the self-appointed head of the table called out Roman Reigns to try and take the Ula Fella from him. The former Universal Champion arrived and battled Sikoa and Tama by himself. He reclaimed his Ula Fella before Fatu levelled him with a super kick out of nowhere. The show ended up with Sikoa standing tall over his former carbon. It's a solid ending to a decent show. I thought, the ending definitely made sense, making him look badass. In front of Roman, who get written off TV for a bit. I thought, it all worked really well here. On the whole, good stuff. Great ending to the show. And overall, SmackDown this week gets 7 out of 10. Like I say, it was a really decent episode of SmackDown. Some really good in-ring action on the card, and some intriguing storylines as well, heading into Bash, and of course, coming out at SummerSlam. So I thought it was a pretty decent show on the whole. And like I say, gets a 7 out of 10 from me. That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.